Hey and welcome to Neverwinter with Aragon. So we finally have confirmed news. Module 30, Return to the Pirates Skyhold, will be live November the 19th. As predicted through the calendar when we get the new Battle Pass, Skyward, Memories, along with a bunch of free login rewards. So yes, just next week Tuesday. With it will come a bunch of new content here, including the unvaulted and revamped Adventure Zone, Pirates Skyhold. This got vaulted quite a few years ago. It has been remade a little bit. For example, this area is completely new, which they have created as like the main hub here with all the merchants, including Juma moving here. I will be sure to check out what they've done with his loot. Prepare to uncover the secrets of the past and fight to lift a curse which has claimed the lives of many. I personally have done a bunch of the campaign with all the quests, and yeah, it's not much new from what we've already had in the past. So again, you will be familiar with exactly each of those quests while progressing through that new campaign. But we also get the unvaulted and revamped dungeon, Dread Vault, which is now renamed the Dread Sanctum. Personally, I think they did a great job here improving the dungeon. The boss is definitely a lot more interactive than it was before at the end. You don't just have, say, the big brain and the tentacles. You actually now have a dragon as well, and some phasing with demogorgons, and we'll get into the details and all the mechanics that you need to know for this dungeon in a separate video. You will very likely be able to access it day one with all three difficulty tiers if you get the head start pack, because you need to get to milestone 2 on the campaign to be able to purchase your keys and unlock that dungeon. Otherwise, if you don't want to spend that Zen for the head start pack, then you simply just wait for the second week when you can make progress on that campaign, unlocking it there. But yeah, 3 difficulty tiers. Normal won't really have anything new, it's just for the random queues. Advanced will have a bit more of a challenge, but it will pretty much just have one set of legendary equipment you can get. It will differ depending if you're tank and healer, and we've covered all of this gear in the past. The Master will have the Mythic set then, and they haven't really fixed the collections here properly, but you will also get Mythic rings in Master, Legendary rings in Advanced, with also Mythic shirt and pants in Master, and Legendary in Advanced. There's a whole load of new gear, but not a lot of it is all too useful. I will cover in specific builds for specific classes what I deem as useful. But again, you can go back and check my overview video. I'll link it in the video description. Otherwise, we do have some quality of life improvements here. Guild management, the guild log will now track more information about guild members and what they're doing. I somehow remember we had this in the past already, but you can say export here and then find the logs, but not very impactful to many of you. Guild and alliances can now rename a bit more easily. Coffers will now support bulk donations. I somehow remember this already being added back in module 29. Companion updates. We did cover some of them. However, I don't believe we have a full list just yet exactly what's changing with, say, Celeste, Makos, and the Siege Master. I better check them out. And otherwise, we have power set quick swaps. So this just allows you to switch between different setups of abilities. Nothing more really to it. You can't, unfortunately, have different feats with those power slots. So it's just a bit of a quality of life improvement kind of thing, and will help consoles switch powers maybe a bit easier. You will be able to set like a keybind, at least on PC, to quickly swap between your different power setups. So it will help if you're on a class which doesn't need, say, different feats, just a different change in powers and features. You can press one button and simply switch to that new setup. But that is ultimately everything announced here for Module 30. They forgot to mention though, we are getting Celestial Companions. They can now be upgraded for 175 Companion Upgrade tokens or 1.5 million Astral Diamonds to the new rank. The bolster goes to 120% then, but that's not very important. You just gain a little bit more item level. What is important is then this enhancement goes to like 9%, and then all of these other bonuses get increased as well. So Neverwinter's Night's going to 9%. Batiri's going to 14%. The Raptor will end up with a total of 22.5% while in a full party with everybody using it. Mid's gone to 9.8%, and yeah, the standard stat companion's gone to 9%. But we also have gotten with that stat caps being increased, so power can go to 120%, combat advantage 120%, crit severity as well, defense, deflex severity, forte, incoming healing, outgoing healing, and so we'll have a lot more room for more stats. And overall, there will be a new battle pass. I'm sure we'll get more details later, along with a new lockbox, and from what we have seen already, the return of the dragon eggs. In what form, we'll have to see later. They did say they will come out with a dev blog when they're ready to release that event. But yeah, Module 30, a lot of unvaulted content with the new zone. It has been reworked a bit, like with this new hub area, which is cool. And then yeah, the reworked Dread Vault, renamed to the Dread Sanctum. Should be a bit of fun, a bit of a challenge for those of us in Master, but I would say it's most likely significantly easier than dungeons we've seen in the past. At least that's from my experience. It just doesn't have much mechanic complexity, and other than the bosses having a bunch of hit points and a bunch of damage, there's not much more to it. One or two things to note in the last boss, which we'll get into, which you kind of do need to know for successful completion. Hopefully they fix the bugs that like prevented you from obtaining loot and things like that. But again, we'll get into it more details in an upcoming video. So thanks all for watching. A special thank you to all these channel members for your extra support. Helps out a ton. And we'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.